made it. We made it. One of my favorite stories growing up is Holes by Louis Sakar. In this story, Stanley Yelnats gets sent to a boys' detention center where he has to dig holes every single day. As a child, I used to try to think, okay, what would that kind of life have been like? And then I came to seminary. I imagined that my professors would have opened up the treasure chest and dispensed the glory coins to me, and instead they handed me a shovel and they taught me how to dig. My time at Bethlehem has been both harder and better than I could have ever imagined. I'm so thankful. Me and my brothers thank God for the faculty. You were pleased not only to share your shovels and your golden insights with us, but you shared your very lives. You prayed for us, you counseled us, you invited us into your living rooms. You have been more than professors to us, and we're thankful to God for you. We thank God for the family and friends here. We would not have made it here without you. We, in particular, thank God for the wives. You truly are the crowns of your husbands. Your strength and your sacrifice over the past 4 years is the thing of legend. And we thank God for you. Now, only Luke and I have remained unmarried to this point. Woo. Given our study of 1 Corinthians 7 and given the present distress that was our seminary workload, we decided to remain as we were. But if we had been seeking, we would have sought for helpmates just like you. So we thank you. I thank God for my brothers. You guys make this time of celebration bittersweet. Though I am taller than all of you, I look up to each of you. You are sons who make for proud mothers. You are husbands who make for flourishing wives. You are fathers who make for happy children, and you are brothers born for adversity. It has been an honor to sing with you, to dance with you, to laugh with you, to study with you, to cry with you, and now at the pinnacle of our time together, to dress up like Harry Potter with you brothers. I would have it no other way. I'd have it no other way. I can remember the first time that I met you guys. I can remember the first time that I met you. I felt like a muggle amongst wizards, a human amongst Jedi, a giant hobbit amongst elves and kings. At one point, I even remember wondering, am I entertaining angels unaware? And then we played wiffle ball. And I was like, nope, this is definitely a class of seminarians. Let me tell you. Brothers, you are strong men who have become even stronger in seminary. And so I have one question for us as we depart from here. How will we utilize our weaknesses? My exhortation to you is simply this: utilize both your strengths and your weaknesses to the glory of God. Now, by weakness, I do not mean moral weakness. We do not utilize our sin, we kill our sin. I mean what I think Paul means in 2 Corinthians, namely frailties, sufferings, and personal limitations. Places that make you want to say, ouch. And places where, despite your best, it seems like it may not be good enough after all. Brothers, we graduate today as masters of divinity. I've never been a master at anything. So to go from master of nothing to master of divinity is quite the achievement in 4 years. But we must not be deceived to think that we as masters are done with weaknesses. No, masters in the world think this way. They are omni-polished, omni-competent, omni-professional. Weaknesses are kept in the basement. But for us, weakness is not something to be ashamed of. It's something to boast in. If we asked Paul how he was doing in 2 Corinthians 11 and 12, he would respond, "How am I doing today? I was shipwrecked last week. I have this giant satanic thorn in my flesh that I cannot remove. And don't even get me started about that church, that rascal church in Galatia." He would boast in his weaknesses. Why would he do that? In 2 Corinthians 12, Paul goes from pleading that this thorn of weakness be removed to boasting in it. And this is because he heard something from God. So listen in with me on the secret that he heard from God. God tells Paul, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." After hearing this, he resolves, "Therefore I will boast all the more gladly in my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." Brothers, do you want the power of Christ to rest upon you? I know you do. Gladly boast in your weaknesses. God's grace is sufficient for you, brothers. Suffering will come, weaknesses will be exposed, but on that day give tongues to your scars and your limps, that they may sing to a dying world. Through many dangers, toils, and snares I have already come. Grace has brought me safe thus far, and grace will bring me home. Brother, we graduate from seminary today, but we do not graduate from weakness and suffering. So come to love this bitter cup, for through it God adorns. He who would raise the gospel up must gladly grip the thorns. Suffering and pain must come, for such befits the story, but prove the power of his grace and limp on into glory. I love you guys. Thank you.